guys, it's Nancy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about Renaissance, Beyonce's film. I've had time to think about like everything I watched. I want to go watch it again, but I want to talk to you guys about the film from start to finish and my thoughts on it. So go ahead and make sure you subscribe and let's get right into this video. The film is a 10 out of 10, okay? The film is amazing from start to finish, but the film opens up with her singing Dangerously in Love. And she talks about how her heart is full and she's so thankful that she gets to do what, you know, what she's doing, what she's been doing for so long in the industry, staying relevant, breaking barriers, and just being that girl. And from there, she talks about the production size and how the production so big and everything's made from scratch and all these people are basically needed in order to execute a production this size. You know, you can see her vision when she talks about what she's trying to execute, and we get to see that throughout the film as well. I love the rawness, the vulnerability that's shown throughout the film. I love the fact that if you didn't get a chance to go see the Renaissance on tour, you get a chance to actually feel the experience in the theater. You definitely can feel the experience, for sure. Like, there were times I got up and I was dancing. Like, fan me off, I'm hot, hot, hot. Like, I was up dancing, like, me and my sisters, and like, it was just an amazing experience. The raw scenes where, you know, she's literally in her Uncle Johnny's dress. She's talking about barriers that she's broken and how she's able to basically, you know, keep raising the bar to what is considered excellent. And I love that she goes back to her roots and she talks about like when she's in Houston and things that she likes to eat and places she likes to go. She went to her childhood home. And, you know, like I said, it's just a level of vulnerability in that she's sharing with her fans. For the first time, we get to hear Blue Ivy speak, and we've never heard her speak. And Blue Ivy talks about how, you know, she read messages online about how she wasn't a great dancer. Beyonce didn't even want Blue Ivy to dance, you know, on the tour. Blue Ivy was the one that resisted and was like, I want to dance, I want to dance, I want to dance. And so she gave her one show, and, you know, the reviews weren't that great. She's obviously an 11-year-old girl, and you know, she still went back and she danced and she danced and she danced, and she came back and she came out strong. And we get to just see her and her family, you know, traveling. We get to see her in work mode. There was times where, you know, she said that she hadn't had a day off in 40 days. You know, it was just like, ooh, you know, it make you feel like you want to work harder as a woman, you know, like whatever craft that you're in, whatever it is that you're trying to do, like you got to work hard and be hungry for it. That's the only way you're going to achieve greatness. And walking out of that film, it makes you feel empowered and inspired. And I think that is what great cinema is supposed to do. She executed that as the way I mean, it didn't even feel like 3 hours. The film was 3 hours, but it didn't feel like 3 hours because during the duration of the film, it was constant entertaining. It wasn't really a break for you to fall asleep. It was constant, like eye-catching, scene after scene after scene. I love the transitions between the different cities, the outfits, the costumes, how she transitioned between each different scene. Like, all those outfits is ready to go into like a museum somewhere, like the Beyoncé Renaissance Archive Museum. I believe all of those outfits were amazing and probably super expensive. And the way that she was able to grab our attention from start to finish, constantly dancing. And even towards the end of the film, you know, it's like, we're still dancing, you know. And so I love her artistry. I love her mind. I love the way she thinks. I call her a brilliant mind. I call her a gift to humanity. I call her someone who really understands music and understands and has an ear for it, because there was even times where we could actually hear her talking about like which songs to sing, which song not to sing, or how to come in. She talks about in the beginning of the film like being a black woman in this industry and people always thinking that, you know, basically like you're dumb and you don't know anything, and she basically has to show up as a boss every single day. And she was talking about like a certain type of lens, and they were like, no, that's the widest lens that they have, and that actually wasn't true. There's a wider lens. And she mentioned she said a quote that really stuck with me when she was like, this lady just won't give up. That is Beyonce in a lot of ways, just this resilient force that will not stop and will not quit. And I know that she had that trait in her before she got to where she was. I relate to that in a lot of ways. But yeah, I mean, different parts of the film, I mean, we get to see the backup dancers, the people that she did hire. We get to see Ari and how, you know, she's bonded with Blue, and Beyonce says that she's the only person that she trusts to watch over Blue. You know, it's a beautiful film. I believe that it's also something that's also very sentimental to her, because I mean, it was just so many different layers to this thing. And I can only imagine how much footage they had to go back and look at to actually put the film together, and for them to be so meticulous and precise. And that's how Beyonce is. She's a perfectionist, but I could see that in every single minute of the film. Blue was like, you can't cut out diva. And then Beyonce's like, you're going to have to cut out. You're going to have to calm down around here with all that. You can't talk over people. But diva actually made it into the show. Thanks to Blue. And Diva's actually one of my favorite Beyonce songs. So shout out to Blue. We get to see the performances, and I think that that's really the caveat to the filmmaking gets so strong.